Right, I'm live on another one, so I'm going to pop out of this one, however I do that. I ain't even got a clue how to do this. Do you know what I mean? Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yeah, okay. My God, that is an awful picture. Surely that can't be. Is that really that bad? My God, that is as grainy as hell. Why is that as grainy as hell? Is that because I ain't got a very good webcam or something? He's back. I'm back, Simo. I'm back, pal. This picture looks awful. My side, is it? I don't know. Is it good your side? God knows what I do with this camera. What do I do with it, Mon? You know what I'm doing. Seems to look awfully grainy. Awfully grainy. Cancel that part. Da, da, da. Right, deep in. Hey, up. Here he is. Liam's on as well. Check your settings. On my laptop, Mon. On my laptop. I don't know. Look at me hair. Look at that. And that looks awfully bright as well. Awfully bright. I need to turn that around, I think, don't I? That'll do. That'll do. This is why I do everything on my phone, because it's so much easier. I can do it. So all you can think. Is that settings on the laptop? I'm getting and shit. So I'm accepting then some bollocks to it. Bloody light. Why is it like that? It's awful, man. Send me and Simo the link. We will join you. No, I'm just having a nice chilled one, mate. Chilled one on this. I'm just going to sit here, have a chat to a few of you, have a beer, and disappear about 5 o'clock. So Joe likes pubs. All right, pal. How are you, mate? Are you all drinking? Is Simo drinking yet, or is Simo still staying off it? I know Liam's on Into the Wild, Stonehouse. Is Joe drinking? Are you drinking, Joe? I've got loads of stuff coming up on my laptop. I'm a nightmare, aren't I? I am an absolute nightmare. and Liam said, sod you then. Yeah, to be honest, Liam, if I do a live with you and everything, it will all just seem a little bit like it needs to be set up. And this is just a completely random sort of stream thing. I'll have to look at all the settings on my laptop. There's loads of buttons here, but I'll probably end up ending the stream somehow. But we will go live at some point, Liam. So I don't know how many are in now. How many you got? 7. They've all deserted me. The other lots deserted me. If anyone's wondering what I am drinking the Flipside Pale Ale. The beer that nearly got me into a rant about Stonehouse, which was quite funny, actually. Because because Shane commented about my thing about lowering the ABV, and he did comment, but he knows what I'm like. I'm always having a go at him about that. So I'm wondering, Simo, because when I went live last time with JB, I've done it through StreamYard, and the picture was perfect and everything. Where I was doing it direct through YouTube, which I think, like I say, is my first time doing it, the picture's more grainy. So, it's terrible, isn't it? It's a nightmare. Do I do it that way? Or is it even worse? It's even worse, isn't it? It's a nightmare. How the hell do you sort this shit out? I don't know. Oh, pardon me. Just on the Malt Miller. Love Spreads Pale Ale. Never heard of it. Love Spreads Pale Ale. Malt Miller. Is that the name of the brewery, mate? Is that the name of the brewery? Or is the brewery Love Spreads? I don't know. Help me. Yeah, Malt Miller so it's Love Spreads Pale Ale, and the brewery is Malt Miller. Where are they from, pal? Where are they from? And anyone that is bothered about the picture quality, I will look into this and sort it out properly. Maybe I should do it on my phone and then watch it on here, and then I can still see all the comments. but I ain't doing that again yet. Maybe that's something I can learn in the future. But yeah, it's really odd as well, because I'm looking down at the screen now. I'm looking there, looking at the screen. My camera's up there, so I should be looking like that, shouldn't I? But yeah, so I thought I'd come live. Like I said, I've been off all week. Decorating show in Coventry. And then I was maybe going to do some, because I'd done some decorating work last week at home because I had a job cancelled 3 days on me. It kind of gave me spare time this week. So I was almost tempted. What I wanted to do when I was coming home from the trade show was pop over to Tint Meadow Brewery, Colville Way, Leicestershire Way, or Leicester Way, because they've got the West veterans there at the brewery, but there is only a set time and a set day that you can go and pick up these other Trappist beers. And it wasn't Wednesday, obviously. So I did an R about going over today, because today and tomorrow I could have gone. I think it seems to just be a Friday and Saturday at certain weeks or whatever. So I did plan on popping over there and getting a few Trappist beers. The West veterans are sort of like, they're like gold dust, if you like, and you can pay anything from 20 to 25 quid for a 330ml bottle. They're a damn sight cheaper there. West Veteran have let Tint Meadow sell these beers, but they've got to be sold at a certain time. So I was going to pop over there today, and we've had all the snow and that, and to be quite honest, I was like, oh, bollocks to it. I can't be asked. I really can't be asked to do a four-hour round trip today. So I haven't gone there, but I will do at some point, because they've got a collaboration brew Tint Meadow have done with La Trappe and Trappist Rochford, I think. But they also do. They got two shops. They got the Abbey shop, which is mostly their stuff. That's all their stuff. But if you want to buy the other Trappist beers, you have to go to the brewery shop, which is only open certain days. Pardon me. So yeah, I'm talking rubbish now. So I haven't done that, but I will do it at some point because I need to get hold of them beers. So right, comments. Joe, Manchester Brewery, but I got it from a local craft beer place called the Hop Inn. Okay, Manchester Brewery. I've never heard of them. Never heard of them. Sounds interesting though. Stephen Butler's on. Hello, Baz. Happy Friday, man. The early one for you, ain't it? This early one for you. Yeah, it is, to be honest, mate. Like I said, I'm at home. Wife's at work, finishes at R5. She's got to pop somewhere to pick something up. And then she's doing something with the mother-in-law or her mum and the kids and the grandkids, which she does every year. So, and she won't be back till about 10 o'clock. So I thought, I'm going to do it live. I got time on my hands. I feel relaxed. I feel chilled. Apart from this fucking laptop and my phone. but apart from that, yeah, everything's great. Stephen Horwood. Had a few kegs of Quack now, Baz. What a cracking beer it is. What's your favourite on the Pro out of Quack, Triple Calm and Left Winter? I don't even think I've had Triple K for a long time, actually. I don't think I've even had it on the Pro yet. And I haven't had Left Winter for a while. I was thinking of getting the 3 kegs today that they were doing on the offer. Left Winter is sold out of that, so that kind of ended that side of it. Triple K, I've just not got round to buying. They did have it on offer early on in the year, didn't they, when they were doing that 20% off, 25% off. And when I wanted it, I went to go and get it. They changed the offer. So hence the reason that I've had Quack recently, the Left Prestige 1240. I got that right this time. I normally say 1920, but the Left Prestige 1240. Got that. I've got some Fulian at the moment in the PD Pro as well. So yeah, I've not actually had Triple Carmelite or Left Winter on the Pro. So there you go. Unreal, really, because they keep bringing out all these new kegs as well. Apologies for the light. Will that do any good? I know it looks a bit dark there. Will that lighten it up? Is that a little bit better? That's a bit better. I've got no room here either. I've got an old TV sitting behind me, which has got to go to the daughter sometime. And I've got to take it because it weighs an absolute ton. And I'm a fat man now, an old man, and a fat man, actually. So I struggle to carry it as well myself. So I've lost a few people on here. They all come to have a nosy, saw the quality of the picture and thought, oh, shit. So what's everyone up to tonight? Let me know what you're up to and what's your plans for the weekend. Stephen Horwood. Now, I haven't actually been putting them up on the screen. Is that bad? Can you actually put them on the bloody thing or not? I don't know how you do it. How do you put them up on there? I don't know how you do it. Maybe people can see it. You don't have to. I know on StreamYard. Anyone there can help me out. Normally, StreamYard, you'll click on the comment and it comes up on the screen. I don't know how to do it. So anyone out there, like Simo, let us know, pal. Let us know how you do that. Anyway, Stephen Orwood, Triple K is a superb cake, mate. And you have to try it. I have had the Triple K, just not on the Pro. And Left Winter is a winner. Again, I've had that, but just not on the Pro. So I've not had it at that warmer temperature. I think I just had them on the standard PD, it would have been. So, yeah, I do need to get hold of them. But I had a spell where I had about 10, 11 kegs, I think, and I had lots of cans and bottles and everything, and it is just me that drinks the beer. I don't get many guests around, so not many people come and drink beer. My wife doesn't drink, to be honest, really. She'll have the odd moment. Shall I do that thing all the YouTubers say? Smash the like button, smash the like button. Get me up to 5 likes on this live. Come on, 5 likes. 5 likes and I'll do a glass giveaway. I'm joking, not for 5 likes. Come on. 5 likes, good God. Time for another one. Another comment at the bottom of the screen, which I will get to. Deep in Brews reviews, Liam. Right. Anyone that's watching, anyone that hasn't seen, go and check Liam out, Deep in Brews reviews. Also go and check Simo Sups out. Cracking lads, good channels. And yeah, give them some support. Give them some support. So Camden Easy out on PD today. You had it, Baz. I haven't, mate. I think there's Easy, isn't there? There is an Easy, but I don't think that's the same one, is it? That's in cans, that's out on PD. I don't think it is, but I could be wrong. Completely wrong. And I probably am wrong. Yeah, very tempted to get it in that. I'll keep just sort of holding back a bit, I do. Keep holding back. There's Via Roma, which I really don't want to get because I've reviewed it in bottle. But I've got to get it on keg and review it. The Speckled N, add it in bottle. I know Simo was a really, really anti-Speckled N. I wasn't a great fan of it. It's not the same beer it was years ago. There's that Proper Job as well, which I found out. Well, I didn't find out today, but I noticed it was 4.5%. So I was like, oh, fucking hell, they've dropped 1%. But apparently, as Simo says, on cask and keg, it is 4.5% anyway. It's only 5.5% in bottles and cans. Excuse me. And then obviously that Easy as well. But I'm sort of holding back. I want to get them on offer. I don't want to pay full price for them because I think they're just stealing, robbing us. Anyway, Stephen Orwood, say me a Baz. I'm the only one that drinks beer. Come down to Dorset and sample some kegs with me. Fucking hell, Dorset. Funny enough, I was working down there about 8 years ago. I think it's Dorset. Anyway, where was I? Jesus Christ. Not Eastbourne, was it? No. Oh, somewhere beginning with W for a start and somewhere else by it. PG Activity Centres, going back about 10 years now. But I worked away for a couple of weeks down there. That was good crack as well. Good money as well. So, yeah, it's a long way to come, mate. But if I'm down in the area, I'll have to give you a shout when I... Peter Ridgway will be kegging up a Jupiler later. £5 off the Black Friday sale plus return keg. Got £10 off. Yeah, happy days. Now wrong with that. And to be fair, what's Jupiler now? Is it $36.90? It's still one of the cheaper kegs, which I like the Hackerbeck as well. I'll say the cheaper kegs. you're looking £36 now, aren't you? 35 to 36 are the cheapest ones, whereas it was always 30 years and years and years ago. But yeah, what I was going to say was actually anyone that drinks Lef. If you like Lef and you like the Lef Brune, personally, I wouldn't touch the Lef now. If you want a blonde, I'd rather go for the St. Fulian or something different from that anyway, because I think the 6% Lef now is absolutely awful. But if you still like the Lef and you like the Lef Brune is still 6.5%, I believe. So, and it's the same price as a normal Lef. So why would you not go for that over the blonde? Obviously, unless you don't like it, of course. That's a different kettle of fish. Oh, £25.90. Happy days, pal. Happy days. It's a good drink, that Jupiler. But the annoying thing about it is, well, it's not about that, is it? It's me, isn't it? I like my glasses. I'm very OCD over drinking the beer out of the right glass. Jupiler glasses are only like 250ml, the ones I got, or 300ml. Dead annoying. But to be fair, putting them in a smaller glass does mean you're going to drink that beer quicker, and it's also going to be a fresher beer, isn't it? Rather than sitting there for 10, 15 minutes longer if you've got a pint. So, yeah. So he got that for 25 quid. He's happy chappy. And Stephen Horwood, Quack Blonde is gorgeous. Yeah, it doesn't do that thing, does it? I don't know how you do it. I do. This is funny because I've never done this before. When you've got all the add the moderator thing on it and all. Interesting. I'm learning something every day. I do something on here, which has been since the last time I went live and a couple of times just for work that I've been on the laptop. So it is a bit, thingy. Quack Blonde is gorgeous. Yes, that is a really good beer. I'm gutted that they got rid of Rouge. Deep in. Still got a Spaten Oktoberfest waiting to go in my PD. Be honest, I don't use it much anymore. No, I still use mine constantly. To be honest, I do use it, but I don't hammer it like I used to. When you've got nobody coming round, I will drink every day pretty much. I do drink every day. But some days I might have 4 or 5, but many a time I'll only have 2. And I just don't fancy any more. And sometimes I'll have 3. And because I start having a drink earlier on, I tend to stop earlier on, unless I've got a bit of a taste for it. And that's where I might end up having 5 or 6 maybe. But I never go mad now these days. I think the last time I went really bonkers mad, well, I can't say the last time, but one of the worst times was going back just over 12 months ago with Simo and Mr. B when we went to the old cancelled PD convention. Got in the right state. Good day out though. So, yeah, come on, make some conversation. Help me out. I talk too much. I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll mention a couple of other channels on here, actually. Don's Beer Reviews. I sent him a couple of beers. He's reviewed them, but he's always a chap I've always liked. He's up in Scotland. And I've always liked him because he's so mellow and mild. He feels like the opposite of me. I think when I talk and I do my reviews, I'm very much constantly talking, constantly in your face, talking a load of bollocks. A little bit hyper. You watch Don, he's like, you sit there and you just believe him. He's the sort of bloke you could sit down. He is a winter beer reviewer, if you ask me. You got a nice log fire going. You got a nice can of the old Rivington and Emperor's Brewery in your hand, and you think, I'm chilling out now. I'm nice and cozy. Who do I go and watch? I go watch Don. And Don's mellow tones from his voice. He's great. He's a lovely bloke. So go and check Don's beer reviews out. And also Urban Viking Beer Reviewer. Now, it's Northern Southerner that put me onto him. And I've watched a few of his videos. He seems a nice chap. I quite like his videos. The only downside to his videos, in my opinion, and it's what I done when I first started, was He does them on the phone, but he has the phone standing up. So if you like, what you get is the picture down the middle and then big blurred edges. That's the only downside to it, but he seems like a nice chap, and good at reviewing beers as well. So go and check him out, Urban Viking Beer Reviews. Other than that, what other ones are there? Mr. Ronald, he's not doing so many beer reviews at the moment, but he's a nice chap. 101 channels I could call out and say, go and watch them, go and watch them, go and watch them. But I'd beer all day. Beardy Beer Reviews as well. Another one. Right. Where are we? Oi. Yes, my freezer Bacardi Breezer, proper geezer. How's everything going? How do, pal? I don't know who DH is, but thanks for joining us and joining in. Beardy Beer Reviews just reviewed the Tiny Rebel Stout that was in Sainsbury's. Fucking fantastic beer. Which one's that, pal? I got to admit, I don't go near Tiny Rebel too much these days, and it's a shame. It's the same with Brewdog, Northern Monk as well. I don't know. I think they do so many substandard beers, shall we say? Say you don't want to say shit, but I normally do. But they do so many substandard beers that you kind of regret going out to pick any up. But it'd be interesting to know what that one is. Tuvar is one of the OG guys who got me. Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, because he's been going a while. I noticed he commented and mentioned Terry K. Now, he was around before my time, and I've not really watched anything. But yeah, apparently he'd done a few bits with Terry K, and I know he's been around for a while, but he seems a really nice bloke. So, if you haven't subbed to him, go and sub. Or if you haven't watched, I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm pressing the bloody button on the thing. It doesn't come up on the screen. I don't need to show you. You're all going to see this, the things come up on the screen. So Stephen Allwood, guys, I love my Perfect Pro. Best addition to the kitchen I've done. Next keg to go in will be Left Prestige, probably Saturday night. Left Prestige, another banging beer, another built-in beer. But again, another strong one. I'll tell you what, I don't want to go on a session with you, Stephen. You sound like you constantly drink strong beers by the pint as well, by the sounds of it, when you got kegs. Beardy Beer Reviews. Terry is a legend. Yeah, like I said, I never really got to watch him or anything. I know his channel's still up. I think some people you sort of can go and watch and this, that, and the other. Some people, I think when you go and watch people, you either watch people or you don't, and that's it. And then there's no reason, rhyme or reason for why you do, or apart from maybe time, you just do it. But Dave, the Viking chap, yeah, he seems sound. He seems sound. I quite like watching him. I think when you're watching people, it's nice to have a change. It's all right. We all like to come on here and maybe try and support every single channel and say, oh, come and watch every single video and that. One, you need the time. One, you've got to have the interest. Because let's face it, there's more to life than just YouTube. I've had this chat with Simo today. I'm live now. It's a random thing that I generally do. I don't tend to do many sort of lives, really. But yeah. It's just having time, and some people you just take to, like I said, when you watch. Beardy Beer Reviews, both of them I have a lot of respect for. Stephen Allwood, oh yes, I do, to be alive. Yeah, I bet you do. I definitely don't want to be drinking with you. I've got to the age now. I'm 53 now. I say I've got to the age now. I think when I got to about 40, I used to go and watch the darts in Blackpool. For a few years, I think 2 years on the bounce, I think. We went to every session. We went there. We were starting drinking about 10:30 in the morning and finishing about 1 o'clock in the morning. It was just all the way through. First year, great, not a problem. Second year, we actually left the darts on the Saturday night, on the semi-finals night early. I was absolutely just battered. I had a load of chaps giving me some mouth in Blackpool, and I'm there giving it them back. Like there's me and like about 10 of them. I got dragged away because I was probably going to get myself into trouble. But yeah, nowadays I can't do it. 53, I just can't do it. But what I do now that I didn't necessarily do then was drinks are regular. So that's probably a lot of it, to be honest. BBR, I should say. Baz, you've not met me, fella. I had 1.5 litres of 12 during a film. Walked out in a straight line. Honestly, mate, I'm a lightweight. I've never come out and said, look, I'm a massive drinker. I've always been a lightweight. I've got better as I've got older. I mean, I used to be terrible when I was younger. Jesus Christ. And now I got better to a stage, reached a peak, and now I'm sort of gradually going downhill. But, you know, it don't bother me really, because now the fact that I can't drink too many, when I go out and I buy a really decent beer that might cost me 7, 8, 9, 10 quid, I don't care. I don't care because I'm only going to have 2 of them and I'm probably going to be pickled. So it don't really matter. So there is an upside to not being able to drink so much. John 78. Are you John? Now, John is from Wrexham. I'm in Arsenal Street. Wrexham is about 14 miles. Met up with John at the Wrexham Beer Festival last year. He came up to me, had a good chat. He's a lovely lad. He's just put, "Are you Baz? Watched your live that wasn't." Yeah. Completely random, off the cuff live, and because I am so useless with technology and don't think about things, it was literally right. Grab some bottles, go upstairs, whack it on, and I'm doing it live through YouTube rather than StreamYard, which StreamYard I'm a bit more accustomed to. Well, a lot more accustomed to. So there was issues. So I've had to come onto this one now. Basically, because I couldn't see the comments on the screen on my phone. Every time I touched it, there'd be a big finger in the bloody camera. It'd be me like doing that, and then I'd have to try and scroll all the comments. So I've come on here. Why I didn't think of that? It's not why I bought the laptop. It's for work, this is. But it will be used for this as well. Anyway, it's best we move on, isn't it? I'm 57. Just love to do a review with you, Baz. You're welcome to at some point, mate, if you want to. Are you obviously you're on YouTube, this sort of thing. Have you got a chat? Well, I suppose you can just make a channel. You can just come on anyway, can't you? Really? Yeah. Are you on social media, Stephen? Maybe come on the page. I've got the All the Beer Idea page, but I'm also down as Barry Lee on a Facebook thing. So maybe message me and we can maybe sort of say outside sometime and do something like that. I'm up for that. John 78. And then just watch an advert on this. Like, yeah, honestly, I was setting this up while the other one was going. So I'm probably, people were looking at me and I'm looking at the laptop trying to suss out what's going on there. It was telling me about all this shit about adverts. So I don't know. It was so random that I just had to rush and do stuff. I don't know. It's a learning curve, a massive, well, it should be a massive learning curve, but I'm a bit stupid. So probably ain't a big learning curve for me. The Biddy Beer reviews. I still love the rock and roll lifestyle after being single for a year. I never knew how much. To be honest, mate, I can still put a fair few beers away. If I do like a day session, I can still put a fair few beers away. But I'll tell you what, I struggle for about 3 days now. Sometimes I've been known to have 3-4 pints and throw me guts up. Just for no apparent reason. Then I can go out and have 14 pints. And then, you know, I'll be rough for a couple of days, but I'm all right at the night. But yeah, it takes me a lot longer now to get over having a few beers, to be honest. I just spotted somebody else come up on the screen. They're very local to me. I'll just go through this comment from BBR. It used to be in Telford, yeah. So I'd be on the other side of you guys. That's it, yeah. So we're sort of like, obviously, well, I'm Arsenal Street, so there'd be Shrewsbury between us. And then it would be Wrexham the other side of me, wouldn't it? So, yeah. And we got another lad here, Red Devil. How do, pal? How are you, mate? I've still got your bottles in me cupboard. I give them a rinse, and they're still in me cupboards. Don't worry, you will get them back. Now, anyone that maybe hasn't seen Red Devil, chap called Simon. Hopefully, you won't mind me saying that. He's done a few home brews, and he gave me a few bottles to review. So go and have a look for them. They were Munton's West Coast IPA. Was it Munton's Vice Beer? Wheat Ale? And I can't remember the other one. So Simon mentioned the other one, but go and have a look at them if you want to see. Done a good job of the beers as well. It's got to be said. Done a good job. It's so bad that I have to actually, right, I've got all the comments here. I actually have to put the finger over them to highlight them. That's how bad I am. You can tell that's old age, isn't it? So I'm going to have to start wearing glasses soon as well. I'm going to get my eyes checked some point. I think my missus got to go and have hers done. So I've got to get mine. So you could start seeing bazza with glasses soon. I'll start looking like Michael Caine. Do not throw those bloody spears at me. Right, Stephen Norwood. Okay, cool. We'll look out for me. Yeah. Send us a message or something. Like say Barry Lee, or you can probably do it. Yeah, you probably do it for all the beer, no idea. But either way, I'm not bothered, mate. So it will just come up as a request, no doubt, through my one. So yeah. Right, BBR. Oh yes, the hangover. Calm down, as I've had this. Yeah, I'll tell you, mate. You wait until you get to my age. What are you, Brett? I'll bet you what 30 tops. 30 tops. You wait until you get to 53, mate. I'll tell you what. You'll hit that mark where you're great, and it's like running into a brick wall. It's like fucking stop. You stop. It's a nightmare. Trust me. Lady friend has done me a beer shop, so I'm waiting on that tonight as their supermarket beers. Well, I hope they're good ones, mate. I hope they're good ones. I've got to be honest. I don't trust too many supermarket beers, to be honest. Or maybe wine. I used to drink a lot of wine. Do you know what? Me and the missus, we used to go out and we used to, if we went shopping, we'd go and buy 3-4 bottles every week. And we literally would have a big stash of wine. And then, we do drink the odd bottle here and there. Well, she don't, and I don't really now, but we used to have a massive stash. We got about 20 bottles of wine now in the house and those sod drinks. I used to, but not now. Right. I agree with your gripe about, to be honest, John, I think it's like anything. When a beer comes out, the first time it comes out, that is what you're accustomed to. That is how you rate the beer. That is what you think that beer is. When people start changing it, it just gets my back up. It really does. And Shane commented, the owner of Stonehouse, and he put, I knew you were going to mention the ABV, which I always do. I always say to him about the ABV. But like I say, he said, we're trying to make it more sessionable because we're in a rural area and that, but it was only 4.6 anyway. So for me, 4. It's not a massive drop, but 4.6 is sessionable in my eyes. But I'm guessing most people want things around 4% these days, and I suppose it is what it is. I can't knock him, but I do think it does affect the beer, and it does take the edge off some of the beers, and it does stop them being so good. Stephen, I just love my Belgian beer. Yeah. Love my Belgian beer now. Always have, to be honest. Gutted the left blonde and gone and ruined it by brewing it. Yeah. I'm telling you, that for me is shit. Absolute shit. I wouldn't touch it again. I used to love the Ritual. You might have to bear with me in a minute because I think the cat wants to go out, so I'll probably disappear for 30 seconds. But I used to love the Left Ritual. That was a really good. The Whitbread Golden, the Cascade as well. They've got rid of them. And now they've lowered this the original Left. It's shit. It's brewed in Wales, apparently. No offence to Wales, but it's brewed in Wales now, and they've dropped all the ABV. It's got nothing like what it used to be. And I've liked Belgian beers for a long time. Used to buy a lot of stuff from Belgium in a box when we were in the EU. And Brett is 34. I can't wait. That's if I live till 40. I used to say that, and I'm still bloody here. I thought I was going to die at the age of 52, but I'm still here. Right, just bear with me for 2 seconds. I've got to let the cat out. Probably wants a shit, so I'll be back in a tick. I'm back. It's amazing, isn't it? Every time I do a beer review, the cats interfere. I do a live, the cats interfere. I never get any bloody peace, I tell you. Right, where were we? I think the hangover depends a lot on the beer you're drinking at the time as well. Yeah, I mean, again, you know, how much beer you can drink in a session. Nobody has a set amount. It'll come down to what beer you're drinking, the strength, how you're feeling that day. If you're tired, it's all one of them. But I don't worry about it. I don't. You know, if I'm a lightweight, I'm a lightweight. I don't give a shit. It don't really matter. Right, I proper went out. Went all out for Christmas wine this year. Spent 50 quid on 2 bottles. I blame the wine tasting. I did that last month. Hey, we've all made silly purchases when we've had a couple of beers or something before. I think that's just what you do. To be honest, makes part of the day, doesn't it? I think that's part of the day when you do stuff like that. And the final comment to catch up with, again, is from BBR. The ritual was like my second beer review. Yeah, I mean, a fantastic beer. Me and the father-in-law, I went around there for dinner. Well, we normally did Sunday dinner. We went through a keg of that between us. And I think we had wine at the dinner table. Couldn't believe it. I see Raggy has been diagnosed with diabetes. He's going to review more red wine and spirits. Well, he does quite a few spirits anyway. And he used to do quite a bit of wine as well. But, you know, no disrespect to Raggy. I mean, Jesus Christ, he whacks out some beers, doesn't he? And I don't think he's one of them that has 2 or 3. I get the impression he's pretty much sessioned up most of the time in the nicest possible way. I mean, you know, I think he does have quite a few beers most nights, or that's the impression I got. Certainly from his videos, maybe he just whacks out absolute shitloads on certain days, but he's obviously drunk his fair share in the past. So, and you know, if that gets back to Raggy, it's nothing against you, mate. That's just me giving a view on something. It doesn't mean I'm right. It could be completely off the mark, but yeah, hopefully he'll be sound. He'll be sound when he'll sort himself out. When he's a fit chap as well. Right, Stephen Allwood. Now, Baz, I know you're a Blades fan. Yes. And I'm a hardcore Hammer. Oh, West Ham. We can call it a truce if we do a review together. What do you mean a truce? Maybe I don't want a truce with a West Ham fan. I got one of them over the road. I fell out with him and all. But that was nothing to do with football. That's a totally different thing that I'm not going to go into. He can put it away, Raggy, yeah. You know, and that's something really. It's all right, people say, oh, yeah, well, I don't get drunk or I don't feel pissed or whatever. But when you're chucking silly amounts of alcohol into your body, like some people can, without feeling any effects of it, it's going to come back and haunt you, isn't it? It's going to come back and haunt you. Oh, God, Baz. Oh, Raggy is a legend. We had a meet up last. Yeah. I've genuinely got nothing against Raggy. I've got nothing. There's only one person I don't particularly like on YouTube that I really don't like on YouTube, which I ain't going to go into. Anyone that's seen videos in the past will know. And there's a couple that friendships where maybe need to be mended or something. But there's only one. And he seems to have upset a lot of people, but we won't go into naming people. So I'm going to have a slur. I'm going to let you do some comments or questions or whatever, so I can rest myself. That's still me forward. That's it. That's another empty one. That's a couple of pints I've gone through, more or less. So yeah, this is the little sort of beer reviewing now, as a lot of people might have noticed. It's only tiny. I don't know how big this room looks to people. On the screen, it sort of gives it maybe an impression of a bigger room, but it's a tiny little room. I'm not going to start turning everything around because it's all a little bit awkward. But this room is, this desk that I've got here is 5 foot, and it just about it fits in there. Across this room, that is no bigger than 5.5 foot max, absolute max. It is probably 5.5 foot max. And the length of the room, probably looking about 9 foot. So when I'm looking at this room on this camera, I'm thinking, good, this room looks really big. It looks really big. But it's not big at all. It's tiny. Oh dear, right. I've had a breather now, haven't I? I've had a breather. Let's get back onto the comments. I'm smiling now. Maybe it's the second pint of quack. I would imagine it is. You'll be smiling, then you'll be slurring, then you'll be drooling, and then you'll be looking like you've had a stroke every time you've had a pint. BBR proper looks like a scally. Tonight I had to wrap up in my tracksuit tonight. Yeah, just don't give me a handshake because I'll shock you. I look like me dealer. Not a good look to have, pal. Not a good look to have. What's that? What's that you're on, mate? What, me? Me? What am I on? I'm on something local. So I don't brew. I review a lot of beers from Stonehouse Brewery, which are literally from my house, 2 roundabouts away pretty much. They're probably 1.5 miles from my house, but still in Oswestry, if you like. And this is a cask beer, and it's the first cask beer that they've actually bottled for a long time. They bought the Cambrian Gold out, but that was out for ages. That's been out years ago and was always bottled, and the Station Bitter. But they've done lots of new sort of cask beers. And funny enough, I did get in touch with him. I said, are you going to start putting your cask in bottles so I can review them? Not just for me, obviously. It'd be great to review all their cask beers as well. So this is their first one. Head brewer, Kev, who used to work at Salopian Brewery. Now, obviously, Beardy Beer Reviews will be well aware of them. So it's their Flipside Pale Ale, 4.2%. Really annoying, though. As I said, I did have a little bit of a dig at them because when they released it on cask, it was 4.6, and they've said they put it down to 4.2 to make it more sessionable. I think 4.6 is sessionable, to be honest, but everyone's different. Everyone's different. We can't do much about that. So, yeah, that's what I'm on. Simo's in. Easy for you to say. Nothing's easy for me to say, mate, I tell you. Just been out to get a few scoops for the weekend. Good lad. Good lad. It's okay where you live. You'll fit in. To be honest, you'd have fitted in Telford, wouldn't you? You wouldn't look out a place in Telford or Wrexham, probably, to be honest. I've probably upset some people there. No offence. Joke. Not looking forward to the weekend. I'm at the brewery for an event. It's going to be cold. Yeah, it's time of year, mate. Do you know what? Here's the thing. We're getting older. Getting from work now. It's cold outside. The bloody house is nice and warm. It's like, I ain't going out. That's why I give up darts part of it. I got fed up with rushing out on a Friday. Or it felt like a rush. And it'd be cold. And all I want to do is stay in the warm. I don't want to go out in the cold. It's nice and cozy. I can drink my own beer. That's what I want. I'm an old fart. Short and stout. Beer reviews. Good day, all. Thanks for joining us, pal. Hope you enjoy it. It's a completely random live. Any issues with this live, don't be alarmed. I'm still learning. 4.5 years in, I'm still learning because I don't tend to do lives on YouTube as such. And Stephen, pissed myself laughing, Baz. You know the beer well. I'm on WhatsApp, Baz. Love to accept you on there. I was hoping the quack thing. Yeah, that quack rouge. Yeah, you're on WhatsApp. Okay, we'll have to sort something. Stephen, look for BGL Decorators on Facebook and my mobile number should be on there. Pick it up there. I don't want to go shouting it off on here. It don't really matter, but go and have a look on there and then add me or do whatever you do. That's the simplest thing I can do, I think. Beanie Beer Reviews needs a good Woodford's Reserve to warm the cockles, but too early for spirits. It is a little bit early, isn't it, mate? What time is it? I don't even... 4:32 is a bit early for spirits, man. You'll end up in the Jockey Wilson mode if you're not careful. Stephen Orwood, cool, will do. Like I say, even just look for Barry Lee as well. You'll recognise me, or even try a message through All the Beer No Idea, the actual page on Facebook. I'm the only admin on it, so it's only going to be me that gets it or sees it or opens it up or anything. So I'm not bothered about getting... If I've got some idea that someone different is going to message me on Facebook, you know, I'll keep an eye on it. Short and Stout Beer Reviews. I think I met you through either Kent, Simo, or Paul and Michelle. You may well have. You may well have. I know Craig. I don't do a lot with Craig. I have gone on the odd, not gone on the odd live with him, but I've watched a few things and commented on some of his videos. He obviously knows of me. Simo and Paul and Michelle, I know very well. So yeah, probably I would say it's more likely through them. But good to have you. Good to have you joining us. I'll have a look out for your channel as well, because I'm not sure that I've actually got you. I've subbed to you. So I'll make a note of that. Sure. Hang on. Have I got a pen here? Let's make a note of that while I'm here. This is why I've got an office, see? Well, it's not actually. I haven't got an office to find new beer reviewers or channels. I'm going to make a note of Stephen Orwood as well. So look at the things you can do when you've got an office and a desk. You can prep yourself for all sorts. Can't prep myself for doing a live on YouTube. I'm fucking useless at that. But there we go. I've made a note. The true professional that I am not. Oh dear. So, get myself comfy. Are you all ready for Christmas? Bloody Christmas does my head in. The only good thing about Christmas, having time off. And to be honest, within about 3 days of having time off at Christmas, I'm bored. Because what do you do at Christmas? You can't go anywhere. You can't do anything. And everyone wants to sit in and watch TV. Well, you've done that for the last 11 months, 3 weeks, haven't you? So what the hell? What's the point? You know, apart from kids, Christmas is for kids, and that's all it's for. But other than that, all I want to do is get back to work. A couple of days off, and get back to work. We got 16 in. We've passed the 5 likes. I'm going to do it. I don't want to do it. I'm going to do it though. Hit the like button. Smash the like button. Get me up to 10 likes. It's all a bit of banter. It's all a bit of piss take. Yes! 10 likes. Can't believe it. I'm up there. 10 likes. 10 likes. And there goes my phone. What's that doing up there? I've got Liam messaging me now up there. You can probably hear that, can you? Vibrating. Oh, hang on. Yeah, oh, Josh, he sent a photo. Mr. B Homebrews. There's another chap. Mr. B Homebrews and Beer Reviews. Go and check that man out as well. Rob. For me, Rob is very knowledgeable. Rob is a home brewer. He's not like me. Does the odd one through a kit or through the pinter. Rob buys the malts. He buys the fucking hops. He grinds the malts. He boils it. He does the full-on thing. That bloke knows about brewing. And he's a great reviewer as well. And a lovely chap. And it's his fault I got drunk about 12 months ago. Bastard. Hello again. Hello again. Back from the background. How are you, Baz? Yes, I'm good, mate. Hope you're well, pal. Be good to see you back when you do come back, but obviously no rush, mate. You take your time. Whatever suits you. But yeah, it's not quite the same. Not quite the same not seeing Mr. B up there with his reviews, but he'll be back in his own time. So anyone that hasn't subbed to him, go and watch him. Proper down to earth chap, a lovely bloke. BBR. Now I can see all of the other comments. Good man. Have you had like 15 pints now? You can see now, can you? Is that what it is? You know what it's like for me now, don't you? When I'm trying to set up a live. Oh, do you know what? I twatted I kicked the oak table today unintentionally with no shoes on. I kicked the bloody leg, and it's like the leg on it is like 4 inch by 4 inch. And I put a post up on Facebook saying I'm going to get a pine table because it won't hurt so much. That was about 6 hours ago. My toe is still killing, and it was swollen before. I wouldn't be surprised if I broke my flipping toe. But it's very uncomfortable, annoying. So John78 is saying hello to Mr. B. Beardy can see all the comments. I'm in and out and just stacking logs. I had 3-ton bags delivered, so gotta get them in the wood store before it gets too dark and rains. Good lad, Simo. Good lad. Simo's having a workout, isn't he? I reckon he's got Donna Summer going on, isn't he, in the background? Hot stuff or something, can he? And he'll be there with the logs, weightlifting with them, running them into the log store. Good man, Simo. Good lad. Good lad. Yeah, Beardy Beard review saying hello to Simo. Mr. B's beer reviews. Cheers, Baz. Placed an order today for ingredients. Got you a West Coast IPA and another in the FV. You lost me on that. So 2 different ones. All right, it's a different fermentation vessel, is it? I'm guessing. Different sent to you, Simo, Craig, and Mr. Wilson. Thank you, Mon. I look forward to them. Do you know what? It's quite nice actually. I get some home brews off you, and I've had a couple off Simon, Red Devil. It's good. It's good because they're totally different beers, and I know they're not going to be ones necessarily that is going to get you massive views because we can't go out and get them. But I think people are genuinely interested in when people like me and others review home brewers beers because it's something totally different, and I think it's just the nosiness of people that they're curious to see what it's like rather than I need to see this review because I've got to go out and get it. So it's good. It's good. I like it. There we are. BBR, his live chat was messing up. My God, there's loads of comments coming up now. Can't keep up with it. Good evening, mate. Mr. B is saying, all right, Brett, Rob, Johnson. Everyone's saying hello to everyone. We'll go down to that. You got drunk because you couldn't resist the double IPAs in Manchester. Yes, that is very true. But I resisted until about 10 o'clock, so I'm entitled to, Rob. But you didn't exactly stop me, did you? It's fucking freezing, Baz. It is, I know, yeah. Just hope there's no no dead rat rats, you mean. No dead rats this time, I'm guessing. Yes, there we are. On to the next one. All right, mate. I agree, Simo. And you cleared off for a shit, Baz. I cleared off for a shit. Yeah, God no. I disappeared, didn't I? Fucking hell. I think I fell asleep. Honestly, think I fell asleep. I don't know. Yeah, it was a bit of a state that night, but my God, what a day! He's really good as well. Going around with I'm guessing that the bulk of our beer tour around Manchester was down to Rob and his lovely lady Jolie, rather than Simo. I'm guessing. I think Simo was sort of more following Rob like me. But yeah, without going with him, I wouldn't have known half of these places. It was great. We went in some funny little places. That place downstairs that looked like the toilet, wasn't it? Real dark in there. That Albert Schloss. That was. And then obviously Sure Shot Track and Cloudwater, which is where I got distracted by dippers. Oh. 2 hours left of the night shift. There are many ales for me. Oh, you're working. Bless you. So when you're going to be starting? Oh, hang on. Well, 2 hours left of night shift. So yeah, what time is it? Oh, you'll be done. Oh yeah, you can get a few beers down you then, can't you? Get a few beers down you. Right. I'm a dip. As I'm... You lost me there. Chill the fuck out, I'm guessing that means, though. Night chatting with you, Baz. Yes. See you, Brett, mate. Thanks for coming on. Look after yourself, pal. And keep your chin up, mate. Keep your chin up. Life will get better. And if it don't get better, it'll just stay good all the time. Good man. Take care of yourself, pal. Oh, no. God, no. Don't put that up again. Oh, dear. Yeah. That was... Can't believe you still got that. You're going to try and get me in trouble in about 20 years' time. You probably will, wouldn't you? I'll get myself in trouble. I don't need you adding to that. Oh, dear. Well, I've been going 55 minutes. Fair dues. I think I've done about 5 minutes on the other camera. That was a nightmare. Yeah, I need to organise myself a bit better and do a bit more learning of YouTube, maybe going live. I thought I'd do that. Just for a change, really. I don't know why I just didn't go and... I didn't think it'd be any different. But things are always like that, aren't they? You always think they're going to be a little bit or the same or easier. And then whenever I dive into anything like that, they're always something slightly different. And then all of a sudden you're in the spotlights and you're getting things wrong. So the beer I'm drinking, for the ones that don't know, like I say, Flipside, Pale Ale, 4.2%. Now, I did mention it about 10 minutes ago, but I'm going to tell you what it says on the back. Pale, fresh and well-balanced ale with Mosaic, Centennial and British First Gold hops. Best stored and served cold, Stonehouse Brewery, Western Oswestry, SY1090S. Barley and wheat if you've got allergens. And it's got some like independent beer thing on the back there. So they are still like a little family brewery. They are really, in a way, they are sort of like a micro brewery because the brewery is actually tiny. So, yeah, I'm going to have a top up of that, even though I haven't finished that one. Or shall I finish that? Yeah, finish it. So, yeah, that's it. We've got 20 in. 20 in. Baz is drinking this. I was going to go till 5 o'clock. Do you know what? If my missus ain't coming home, I might just stay on here and get battered. I don't know. I could probably do with a takeaway, though. Yeah. Rob. Yeah, Rob Stitches right. Yeah, he did, mate. He did. To be honest, I was in no fit state. I could have been stitched up by fucking that thing, to be honest. I could have been stitched up by that thing by the end of the night. We'd had a few pints, haven't we, Simo? 4 or 5 pints before we even went out to meet up with Rob. And we've done that many pubs. I swear we've done the Manchester Marathon. And carrying them beers of yours, fucking hell, nearly killed me. I can't believe I was so nice to you. Anyway, Liam from Deep in Brews Reviews. Did I tell you my Stonehouse glass broke? Yes, you did. You did. What do you think I am? What do you think I am? I can't keep robbing glasses. Well, I don't rob glasses. I ask him. I ain't made of money. Yeah, they do need a web shop, mate. They do. I constantly say, and the good thing is now, because I send so many beers out to different people, I'm taking pictures of the comments that people say, we can't get them online, we can't get this, we can't get that. They haven't got a shop. So the more comments they see like that, hopefully, the likes of all us that are reviewing the beer for them, they might actually take notice and go, hang on, we need to take the plunge. Because they do brew good beer. Their hazy IPAs are decent. Their real ales and what have you are good, honest beers. You're never going to get ripped off with them. The prices are going up, and I have no doubt that if they'd done a web shop, whether they would put the prices up, I don't know, but obviously their prices are no doubt creep up. But if they want to get out there and get more sales, it's a way to go. I don't know how much it would cost them to sort of settle this up. At the end of the day, they're brewing the beer anyway. So that isn't going to be an issue, is it? So it's literally just setting up all that side of it. But they've got the shop there, haven't they? Because they do their whiskies and vodka. And anyone out there actually that's into gin, whiskey, vodka, they do their own gin, whiskey, and vodka. It's not cheap. Never mind thinking of Smirnoff prices or supermarket prices. It ain't cheap. I think you're looking about 40 to 50 quid for a bottle. But their stuff is apparently very, very good. I know their whiskey. I'm not a whiskey drinker, but the whiskey, when I went to the brewery tour, they were doing a different whiskey. They were sort of in partnership with somebody else. It was them brewing it and making it, but I'm wondering, I don't know the ins and outs of it, but they've gone their separate ways now. But that whiskey, quite a few people and a couple of Scottish people I know were actually saying that is proper decent stuff. Smooth, wouldn't have ice with it. That's how smooth it was. You could just drink it. Pardon me, neat. I didn't go for that because it's not my thing. So if you like whiskey, vodka, gin, go on their website because I know they do. I'm pretty certain they ship that out as well. So yeah. I watched your video earlier. You ended up agreeing with the session. Yeah, you know me, Rob. You know me, Rob. To be honest, once you get a cask beer in a bottle, it's never the same anyway, is it? It loses something. But has it lost a little bit of flavour in that little bit of lower ABV? Possibly. I don't know. I'd have to sit there and compare the two. But yeah, I'll never be happy with that because, as I've said before, once that beer comes out at a certain percentage, that is what the beer is. That is what people know it as. As soon as you start dropping the ABV, things do change. Things do change generally. 0.4%, would it change that much? I don't know, but I feel it sort of does. I think Shane mentioned that it was less malts in it, which can adjust the ABV of a beer. So, yeah. But yes, they are a cracking brewery. We've gone to Liam now, below Mr. B. Cracking brewery, Stonehouse. They really are. What I like about them, they're good, honest brewery. They don't take the piss, though their prices are creeping up a bit. But they still don't take the piss. Like, for instance, the Plus Minus, which you haven't reviewed that, have you, Liam? I've only just sent it out to you. If you have that in the brewery, on tap, £4.80. So it's not a cheap pint, but at the same time, you're not exactly being massively ripped off. I think they can get away with. I think down there they'll get away with maybe going to £5 a pint for something like that. I think if they start going over that mark, they might struggle a little bit. But I mean, I'll still go down there because I don't go out very often. It's a local brewery to me. I'd rather go there, give them the money than most other places, to be honest. There's only 2 or 3 places in Oswald Street that I would really go. I'd go to Spoons. I always go to Spoons. I know everyone says, "Oh, you shouldn't go to Spoons," but Spoons is Spoons. Sometimes you get some good bargains in there. So I'd go there. I'd go to the Bailey Head in Oswald Street, which they have done a collaboration with Stonehouse, a West Coast IPA coming in at 4.7%. 4.7 for a West Coast IPA. Come on. It should be bigger in my opinion. But it's not going in bottles either. So I won't be able to get that one and whack that out, unfortunately. Mr. B. Don enjoyed the beers. Yeah, Don enjoyed them. They are good beers, mate. They are good beers. Very good beers. That stout, for me, was, I think because it was different. They do a lot of hazy stuff in bottles and that. And that's generally what I send out to people and what have you. But that stout was fantastic. I think for the ABV, the flavors you got in there, I don't think you're going to find much better than that anywhere. The only thing you could knock it was maybe body-wise, but again, 4.5%, it's not going to be a thick, heavy stout, is it? But very smooth, very creamy, and immense flavors in there for that beer as well. So, Deep in Brews. Kids had Muppets Christmas Carol on yesterday. See you on there. Hey! This used to be on my videos many, many moons ago. I used to have my reviews and I used to have him sitting there like that. And that is why my missus bought me this. My missus bought me this ages ago because she said it looks like me. Cheeky bitch. Anyway. What have I done here? I've touched loads of bloody things now. All the comments have gone funny colours. Right, that's it. We got rid of that. We got rid of that bit. Let's move on. Rasco Disco. Hey! Hello, Rasco. Is it Rasco or Disco? Which one are we talking to? Happy damn beery Friday, everyone. Cheers. Disco. It's Disco. There you are. I've read it now. How are you, pal? I was supposed to be many years ago. We were talking about trying to do a darts thing because he plays darts. They have a bit of a darts night. And I wouldn't mind doing that, actually. If I could try and sort and set that up, it'd be great to do a little bit of a darts live, actually. Have a bit of a darts night, a little in-house league or something on the channel. I think that'd be good fun. I'd really like to do that. I haven't chucked a dart for ages, Disco. What's your darts like, mate? Honestly, I really haven't chucked anything for ages. I bet mine, I reckon you'd hammer me now. Well, you might have hammered me anyway. I don't know. We never got around to thingy, but yeah. Anyway, Mr. B's Homebrews and Beer Reviews. My daughter is in North Wales and she picked up some wild horse for me to enjoy this weekend. Got the winter pack, 6 beers, 20 quid. Obviously, she collected from the brewery. Yeah, Wild Horse, a very good brewery. I'll tell you what, obviously, they do different beers, don't they? I think you had the porter. Did you have the porter? Dry stout, was it, or something? I don't know, something like that. I think you've had a fair few beers that I've had from them, though. But I know a few years ago, they released a few IPAs and a couple of double IPAs. Flipping outstanding. They were really, really good. They do some good stuff. When I was in Landidno, I went to Wild Horse while I was supposed to be working, sort of popped out and wandered off. To be honest, me customers knew the brewery was only open certain times. They didn't mind me going. They weren't bothered. So yeah. Spoons recently in North Wales bars. Northwest bars had Conway mild. I missed out on that. Gutted. Yeah. Do you know what? I love a mild, and you probably know that, Rob. Probably my, I don't want to say my two favourite, but the double IPA is always going to be my favourite stuff. Well, it's not always going to be, bound to change at some point, but I do love a double IPA, really good double IPA. And probably my next favourite sort of style is a really good mild. I love a mild, and it's not about the ABV. I don't need the ABV. I do like the ABV. I like the ABV in the double IPA. It's 8% plus or whatever. It's because what the beer is. A mild doesn't have to be strong. You know, a mild is generally what, 3.5% best. All right, you'll get some higher, but they're full of flavour. If they're done well, they're such a great beer. Such a great beer. Oh, hang on. Christ, I'm getting way behind here. Oh, here we go. Another Mr. B. I have the Stonehouse Drift Away and Dark Force to review. We'll be back soon. I think that will be first review back. Hey, no worries, Rob. No worries. Yeah, Drift Away. I really like that one. Well, I liked them. I liked them both. The Drift Away. I don't want to say too. I actually think you'll enjoy the Dark Force more than the Drift Away. Drift Away is a very good hazy IPA, but the Dark Force again is something different. And I think there's a lot more, probably to a brewer, going on in the Dark Force than there is maybe the hazy IPA. That's where I think you'll appreciate it with what you do with the brewing and that. So, yeah. I look forward to your reviews, mate. And obviously, I'll pass them on to Shane as well. Right. John, 78. Have you had any big hand beers, Baz? I'm not sure. I might have had one or two in the past, but I can't honor. I'd be lying if I definitely knew, but I honestly don't know. I could be wrong. And I don't know why I keep pressing that. That's force of habit. Stephen Allwood, Baz, tried that black cherry wave stout. Maybe it's just me, but couldn't taste the cherry. Obviously, the Quackers. No, to be honest, there was cherry there, but I think there was a little bit of raspberry or something in the background with it. I think the cherry was there. It was, yeah, it was there. It was kind of there in a. I think if you have Belgian beers and you get cherry in that, it's very, very full on. It's very much in your face. But I don't think you tend to get that so much unless you get something like a supermarket beer where they just flood it with artificial flavors. But it was a decent beer. I actually liked it. Did you enjoy it, Steve? Anyway, apart from that, I mean, you couldn't taste the cherry, but did you actually mind the beer? I actually thought it was all right. It was all right. A little bit light maybe, but it was all right. Rasco Disco. Yeah, still playing once a week or so over Zoom, but my darts is still as average as ever. My maths is slightly better, though. Well, that's something, Disco. At least you're getting better at the maths. But the last thing you want to be doing is losing the game and having to do the scoring. But I suppose that won't matter over Zoom, will it? We'll try and sort something out at some point. Let me come to terms with going live on YouTube first. It's been a bit of a shambles to start off with. But other than that, yeah, it's going all right. Yes, I have had a few from them. Another cracking brewery, Wild Horse. They have a tap room open Thursday to Sunday. I don't think they had one then when I was. How long's that been going for, Mr. B? Let me know. I know in Mould next year, I think early 2025, Polly's are opening a tap room in Mould. So Basil will be definitely venturing over there to have a look at some of that stuff. They got three really good bars, I would say. Or that will be the third really good bar in Mould. Mould is only a small little sort of town in North Wales, but they've got like one that does a load of Belgian stuff and real ales. Then you've got the Mould Ale House, which is really tidy. They got lots of different beers in there, and then obviously if they have the Polly's thing going as well. Mould's it's a little gold mine because it's got some cracking places to eat as well. And my phone's going off up there. Liam's messaged me, so I'm not ignoring you, Liam, honestly, mate. But yeah, if you get a chance to go over there, that'll be good. Right, right. Oh, Rasco. Right, Christ, I'm falling behind here. Might have some Conway content coming on me live later. Hopefully, my mate who works there is popping in for a chat if he can sort the internet thing. Oh, cool. That's Conway is what? How long does it take me to get landed now? Conway's only about an hour away from me. If you have a good run, you can do that in about an hour. And then land in just over an hour, something like that. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Mr. B, a good mild is sessionable, but you wouldn't know with the flavour. That's the thing. I think like any beer, the ABV doesn't matter, but the flavours have got to be there, and the beer's got to have a little bit of body to it, I think. Banks is mild. I got 4 cans of that from being Own Bargains a while ago and reviewed it. It's a really nice beer, 3.5%. I really enjoyed it. And I had the Theakston's mild as well. On a darts night, I went somewhere where we were playing. They had Theakston's bitter, had that to start. Then I had a mild, and I actually ended up staying on the mild, and that was weaker. Just because I enjoyed the beer more. So yeah, I do like a mild. Love to see one out on PD. I want to see a bloody mild on the PD. Mr. B, Rasco Disc reviews. What time are you live? A little bit of advertising there. Nothing wrong with that. Stephen Orwood. Baz, yeah, it's okay. 2 cans left, but we'll give it another go. Yeah. Is it a world beater? No, but actually, it's a nice, enjoyable beer, and that's the thing, and it sometimes just a good. What you don't always need a fantastic beer, a world beating beer when you drink it. What it's got to be is enjoyable. You've got to be getting them notes, and that's it. And then what sort of percentage was it? I can't remember. Was it 4.5%, 5%? So you're always going to feel like you're looking for something a little bit more in something like that. But I thought the beer was perfectly respectable. and certainly better than some of the shit you get in the supermarkets, that's for sure. Our 5-ish homebrews beer reviews, pre-football beers. Why am I doing that again? I'm clicking the bloody comment, opening. It's going to come up on the screen. Baz, the tap room is fairly new. I'm in Llandudno at the end of December. Hope to get to the tap. Oh, good man. Good man. Yeah. It's been, how long's it been since it's been there? I think it's been a couple of years since I worked there. Easy 2 years, possibly 3 years. So, yeah. John 78, yeah, the Poly opens March. They already got the signs up in the shop window. I'll tell you what, mate, I'm looking forward to that. I really am. Really am. That'll be good. Me and the missus, we'll have to do a day out for that because I'll have to go and get the beer and then she'll just want me to stuff her with food then. But then by the time I've had loads of beer, I want to stuff myself with food. Rasco, happy to do some darts content at some point, guys. Yeah, honestly, I mean, how long's it been, Disco, since we spoke about this? I bet it's been 2.5 years probably. So I mean, things just wavered out. Life got back to normal as well. And I'm still shit with technology. But yeah, let's keep it open. Keep it open because I'm all up for that, mate. I like my darts. You like your darts. Like I say, a few of you play. So yeah, be great to do a little live thing like that. Adds a little bit extra to the channel as well. If we done something on the channel, your channel, our channel, whatever, my channel, you know, it just adds something a little bit different. But even doing the Zoom, I don't know if you could sort of like do that and post it live on YouTube. I don't know really. But Mr. B's Homebrews and Beer Reviews, nipped to mold. Slight diversion on the way back from North Wales. I nipped into yeah, you went in that bargain boost for the Avid. They were okay, great price. Yeah, I've said many a time on the beers I've had from them, I've found them average. They've done some really nice beers, I think, but they've done some that have been very which is a shame because you do want to support them. A bit like beers that Liam sent me from Bowler's Brewery. I mean, personally, he said their beers on cask or on tap are fantastic. When they've come in bottles, they've been honestly a bit of a shit show, to be honest. And that's the politest way I can put it. Really have. I think if you're going to be selling beers, I don't think they're that cheap either. I think they're sort of like real ale sort of thing or home brewing sort of. They feel very much homebrew sort of beers, and the carbonate they've been, and they haven't been very good ones in my opinion. But when you're whacking out bottles of beer for £3.50, £3.25, £3.75, there is a standard that them beers have to be if you're selling them. I mean, that'd be like me bottling me pint of brews and whacking them out at £3.50. I wouldn't do that. You couldn't do that. It's just not good. It's just not good. So I'm going to stop talking for a second, so you can have a bit of peace. My 3 beers are gone, but trust me, there's plenty more downstairs if need be. Got 15 in, 12 likes, which is very nice indeed for a random live. Funny, isn't it? The picture looks all right now, isn't it? When the light was on, it looked very grainy before, but now it looks all right. I don't know. So I'll say once again, what's everyone up to? We've got 15 watching. I'm running out of things to say. I'm getting worn out. Anyone off anywhere for Christmas? Holidays? Going out? Are you doing anything, Marlene? When am I getting JB back on? Well, the plan was, Mr. B, the plan was when I come off air with him, was to try and do one a month with him. So one was going to be on my channel, then put one on his, share out the thing. But I know JB's had a few things on recently. I think it was the 21st of October when I done one. So we would have been looking maybe this week, this as in tonight, maybe to do it if we'd organised something, but nothing actually got organised as such. So I don't know, but hopefully there'll be something soon. I do plan on going live with Liam from Deep in Brews Reviews. To be honest, if I hadn't have come on early, but still decided to do one later on, I would have probably set one up with Liam if he was free. Because it was early, and the plans were only just to do a quick hour and a half or something. I was supposed to be finishing at 5, but I'm still going. But there'll be one with Liam. And I have been invited on another live that will be coming up over Christmas. That might be a little bit of an awkward one for me. We'll see, though. But I have said yes to it. And we'll just see how it goes. So yeah. Hopefully, I'll get live with JB again. That one I've been invited onto. JB has been invited onto too. So I think there's going to be about 4 of us on it. So, but doing a single one with JB, I don't know when the next one will be, but probably after Christmas now. We're getting to that time of year where everyone's busy or people have got things going on. But yeah. We'll get it sorted. Excuse the gas, by the way. Hop House. Eddie. I nearly forgot your name then. It's been so long, mate. Eddie, how are you, pal? Hope you're well. Eddie is from Telford, aren't you? I believe you're in Telford. But I could be wrong about that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Baz, I like you more in your man cave with your perfect draft pro machine. Got to go now for a shit shave and walk the dogs. Looking forward to doing a review with you. Yeah. Like I say, message us, pal, or find us on some of the social media. Quite happy to do a video with you. To be honest, mate, Steve, I come up here just for like doing a live and that because it's nice. It's a smaller thing. Don't generally get interrupted. When I do the PD reviews and the machine reviews, I will stay down there generally, but it's where the office is, where the laptop is. I like to keep everything sort of up here. So yeah, take care, pal. Enjoy your shit. Enjoy the dog walking, and I'll look forward to a beer review with you. And Eddie, yes, Telford on my way to do a night shift. Good man. I don't envy you. I've done nights for a little while. Absolutely killed me, so I don't envy you. Yeah, it's been a while since he's been about. He was doing quite a few beer reviews at one point, but I think that's the same for everyone during COVID and all that the lockdown and this, that, and the other. How many beer reviewers started up, and then a few obviously sort of wave off as life goes back to normal, which is expected, really. So. I'll get worn out now. All this talking. Boss Brewery. Oh, fucking absolutely shit. Boss Brewery beers used to be the worst for overcarbonated bottled beers. No wonder they went bust. Oh, Boss Brewery were absolute shower of shit. Honestly, anyone out there, look on my videos for Boss Brewery. Peanut Pale Ale, I think it was. And then JB picked it up. And his review was funny as hell as well. I mean, that was absolute shower shit. Shocking brewery. They're from South Wales, weren't they? I think Boss Brewery, John, I think. Hop House. I knocked the videos on the head. I got too addicted to buying beers. Yeah, no, to be fair, mate, I mean, you do get into that sort of... YouTube's very much like that. You can end up whacking out beer reviews and you can end up spending a fortune. And I do think Swansea they're from. John said Swansea. That's it, South Wales. YouTube, it's a funny thing. I think you start doing your channel with no expectations. You just do beer reviews. Obviously, the times are when a lot of people started were funny odd times. And then you feel you get drawn into this thing that you have to do it. And you end up buying everything. You end up just chucking everything into it because one, you enjoy it, and two, you want to get so far on YouTube, if you like. You know, everyone's drawn in by getting the big subs and that and what have you. But I think when you've been doing it for a few years, you sort of think, oh, bollocks to it. You know what I mean? You know, as I always said, I don't really care. And to a certain extent, I never. But I'm one of them people that always wants to do well at something I do. So I always had that drive in me when I was doing the YouTube. And it cost me an awful lot of money. It's cost me shitloads of money, way more than what I've ever got back out of YouTube. That said, I would always buy beer, but would I have spent so much? Probably not. Probably not. But yeah, once you get into it for a few years, you kind of think, well, it's, 12 months ago, I give this up. It was literally just after the trade show that I gave YouTube up. I think it was when I come back, I gave it up about within a week. And that lasted about a month. But everything still sort of feels fresh at the moment for me. So hopefully that's a good sign. Anyway, let's get back to the old comments. Rasco Disco, I know that feeling. Yeah, you do. You can have too much. I've had too much, but like I said earlier on in the video, Perfect Draft, for instance, we're doing lots of offers earlier on in the year, 20-25% off when you buy this, that, and the other. So because prices had shot up, I bought a load of kegs because I thought, I'm going to grab them while they're cheap. And I'm still getting through them. I've got some Fulian in my PD now, and I've got 4 kegs sort of outside, if you like, chilling. And they're from ages ago. I mean, the kegs are still in date, don't get me wrong. I think I've got a Lowenbrau, which is the best before the end of December. The St. Fulian is best before the end of December. And then I've got 2 Vocation beers. The date's all right on them. I think they're like February or something. But I've held back from buying kegs because I've got so many, because I just can't drink so much. Because I'm still buying beers in anyway, getting cans and bottles and supporting Stonehouse. So I'm still drinking beers anyway. But I can't think of the last time I put, Singer or Peroni, but I've not really gone nuts on the Perfect Draft for a long, long time, just because I have so many beers. So yeah. Right. Mr. B, Hop House, I totally understand that. It becomes an obsession buying beers, which each week, and then they go out of date. Yeah, and if you're not careful, I mean, some people will drink beer just constantly. And am I one of them? Well, I do drink every day. I'm not gonna deny that, but I'm not someone who drinks massive sessions of beers. I'm not like, there's some people out there that drink every day and drink an awful lot of beer. And I can't do that. So, yeah. I still have a bottle of that Boss Peanut Malarkey in the back. Throwing it. Yeah, Jesus Christ. I'll tell you what, you'd be better off throwing it because the fucking beer was shit. It was fucking awful. Anyway, I still buy beers from Left Field Beer and have Bruiser subscription. Yeah, I mean, I think everyone's going to drink beer. But like you say, you do get tied into it. When you start reviewing them, I think a lot of people that come on, they enjoy reviewing the beer, and I do. And sometimes it's not about drinking the beer, it's actually about doing the review. So you kind of lose yourself a bit. It's more about going on the camera and doing a video rather than actually drinking the beer. And it's very easy to get in like that. And I think if you get too sucked into it, it takes the whole point of beer reviews away, because it's about something else rather than doing the beer reviews. And quite possibly that is where the beer reviews end up being shit or whatever, because it's not, subconsciously, it's not about that, if you know what I mean. Anyway, Mr. B, I'm having a great break. Anything beery is my hobby, but in the last videos, I was starting to feel like it wasn't giving the beers the right passion. I was also hitting a wall with me homebrew. Yeah, it's like too much of a good thing. You need to have a break. And before I gave it up last year, I'd been thinking about it for a couple of months. I needed a break, but I was on that fucking hamster wheel of doing it, even though there was probably times. I think when you feel that when you're reviewing a beer, like Mr. B's, I've said some beer reviews are shit and that, and he said, "Oh, I don't watch mine back," and I don't tend to. But sometimes when I feel it ain't been good, I will watch it back maybe before I post it up, because I feel if I'm not happy with it, then why would anyone else be happy with it? It's just, and I got to the point where I was looking at my reviews and I'm thinking, it's not there. And if you can't give it all in a review, it's hard. It's hard. And you got to think, if you're not happy with it, other people aren't going to be happy with it. And I know it's only a hobby, but I think we all try and do our best in whatever we do. I'd like to think. So, Hop House, my best beer of the year was Little Fictions by Polly's 6% Fruited Ghost. Amazing beer. Took my palate on a right journey. It's only £3.36 a can in a Polly sale. That's a good price. That is a very good price. Never had that one, to be honest. My beer of the year, if anyone has watched my channel, to be honest, was the Rivington and Emperor's Brewery, their stout. Absolutely outstanding. Everything about that beer was outstanding. The drinking experience, the body, the flavors, how well they hid that ABV. All right, the price wasn't, but at £9.95 for that can, 500ml can as well, it was an outstanding beer and worth absolutely every penny. So that was my beer of the year. And I've had a couple of real stonkers this year as well. Beer wise, that is, in case anyone gets a funny idea. Got me homebrew mojo back. Asked Mrs. B. Spent silly money last. Yeah, but that's it though, isn't it? Isn't it? You know, you have that break. You've probably saved a bit of money by having that little bit of a break, and then you get the urge then again, don't you? You know, I don't go live very often. So me doing this random live, it was saying, because I've been off all week and done nothing today, I really felt that I needed to. I've really fancied it. And I've enjoyed it. But if I was doing this every day, doing a live, because I felt like I needed to get subscribers or views, I'd get fucking sick of it. I would. Anyway, last time I had a beer was on Monday. It was at my friend's. Oh, sorry to hear, mate. No age 43. In terms of beer reviews, I just found two. Yeah. I mean, some people get. I think most people that do it, obviously, when you start, it's all a little bit something different, isn't it? But yeah, I think you can lose yourself when you're doing a beer review. I think you can be on camera and you can just, after a few, you just kind of ignore that you're on camera and you just talk. I think that's why I waffle so much on my videos, because I've got to the point where I do feel comfortable. I talk some shit at times, I really do. And probably some people will say, you ain't got a clue either. I know there's one channel out there that says I ain't got a clue. But yeah, you do lose it. You sort of like, you know, I've got a wife that talks an awful lot. So me having chance to go on camera and talk and get things out about beer is like you say, therapeutic, a release, whatever you want to say, mate. Whatever you want to say. It's but yeah, I think people get pulled into it because it is quite addictive doing it. But there comes a time where you do end up on a hamster wheel. Right, bear with me for 2 minutes. I've got to go see the vicar. So you'll have to entertain yourselves for 2 minutes. Right, I am back. I am back. Baz is back. Have we lost anyone? No, you're all still here. I've got as many likes as I have watchers. Is everyone enjoying it? Has anyone got anything to say? Has anyone got anything to ask me? Views on beers. I've obviously given you my beer of the year, which was fantastic, by the way, and the Dipper that Rivington released. But other than that, feel free to chuck me a question. I will disappear again in a minute to get a top up. I will get something different as well. I won't get the flip side. I think I'll get one of the Camden ones that I've got. I don't think I need to be starting on the St. Foolie, and I've got to be up reasonably early tomorrow to go and look at a job. So I've got to be half sensible. Yeah, cheers, Mr. B. It's very, I'll tell you what, there's some sad things that go on in the world. It's, cancer. They're doing a hell of a job already, aren't they? Really, I mean, there's been a big change, hasn't there, in what they can do and how they can help people and save people's lives. But there's always going to be some that, unfortunately, don't win the battle with it. I've always said, hopefully, touch wood, fingers crossed, I'll just go in my sleep. It's nobody wants nobody wants to suffer, do they? Nobody wants to suffer. So so there we are. Actually lost a couple of people. They must be going for their tea now. Core, blimey, what's me most disappointing bit? It's funny, isn't it? I honestly couldn't tell you, fan. Sitting here just thinking, I couldn't answer it right now, John. I would have to genuinely probably have to go through all my reviews and look at what I've had. Jesus Christ. Was there any Hafford? Well, no, actually, tell a lie. No, that should be easy. Now you got me thinking. If I'm honest, Bowler's Brewery. I think there was one from Neen Valley that was quite harsh and rough. But I think the Bowler's Brewery ones. What was that one? Not the American one. There was another one that exploded on me, and it was absolutely wild. I'm not joking. Look back for a Bowler's Brewery beer. And when I opened it, it pretty much exploded. Right, so it was wild as hell. It was thin. Flavors there were nice, but it was so thin and it was so gassy, right? And 45 minutes later, from when I opened it, I couldn't take any more of the beer. I really couldn't. I was sitting downstairs and I poured it down the sink and it was still raging with carbonation. Now, I've got to get a charger out now because the bloody battery's low on this. Is that the one? It's on battery saver, so how long is it going to last? I don't know. Is that the one? Is that the charger? I don't know. Oh, no. I'm not suddenly going to disappear, am I? I'm going to suddenly disappear offline. Can't even see where the charging thing is. So bear with me. That's not even the right charger. Where's the fucking charger? It's off a different laptop. It's all going Pete Tong. I swear I put it in here. It's there somewhere. There it is. Is that it? We are getting there. Sorry, peeps. Do you know what? You never know what you're going to get on this channel, do you? Normally a bloody disaster, but you never know what you're going to get. So the video's going all tits up. That's not the one, is it? That's not the one. That's off the old fucking one. That's off the old bloody laptop, that is. How come that one don't fit in then? Bear with me, people. Bear with me. You wouldn't get this kind of stuff on Rate My Beer or bloody Real Ale Craft Beer, would you? You wouldn't get that. No, that's... Oh, bloody hell, yeah. No, that isn't... There you are. The old one actually looks newer than the new one. I'll tell you what, my Christ. I've got some shit in this house, I'll tell you. There we go, look. Anyone that watched my channel ages ago, my missus bought me a sign. Look, like a little battery-operated sign. Don't think there's any batteries in it, or it works. Needs more batteries in it. On air. No. Used to light up. Quite cool. Only got that. That's just coming out the cupboard. So let me plug this in. My God, I've missed loads of bloody comments. Yeah, disappointing beer was the Bowler's Brewery one. Look out for that one. Glad you said tea, Baz. Had my dinner about... Yeah, I always say tea. Always say tea. Oh, my God. That sounds bad, Hop House. That sounds really bad. Anything from the Hop Foundry. Well, to be honest, mate, I try not to. Bear with me. I'm going to have to disappear again because me sockets are underneath this unit, so I will disappear out of screen for a bit. I'm not very well set up, am I? I've said that how many times? Fucking useless, isn't I? Yeah, to be fair, yeah, they're not disappointing. You know they're going to be shit. Brew York, unfortunately for me, in my opinion, do some poor beers with too many. Yeah. To be honest, Northern Monk are very, very shit. Brew York have gone. I don't think they were ever that great. Brew York. They when I started getting into craft beer, they had a big reputation, and I remember watching a few people do Juice Forsyth. And I reviewed it, bought it. I paid £5 for the can during COVID, and it's from like a local shop. And I thought it was fucking terrible. I thought it was terrible. Now, excuse me, let's be here for 2 minutes. Oh, just to plug this in. That's it. We're in there. Is it on charge? It's not saying it's charging. No, is it? No. Yes, we're on charge. We are charging. We've lit up again. So don't worry, I'm not going to suddenly disappear. But I'm going to drink this. I think I'll do one more beer on this live. So it'll probably end about 6 o'clock-ish, if that's all right with everyone else. So I can go and get some food. Yeah. Brew York, not... JB's in. Now, I know JB's a bit of a fan of Brew York, to be honest, but me personally, I don't think they're the greatest brewery going. Carter's is the best beer. JB, good evening. That's Mr. B. I had one of them Hop Foundry Oktoberfest beers last year. It's supposed to be a Mars and tasted like a best bitter. Brewing EU has to be Durham. Yeah, I've not had nothing from them. I think you've had some of them, haven't you, Mr. B? And I know JB has. Some of them, sort of like the Imperial things or something, isn't it? Hello, Mr. B. Hope you're keeping well, mate. Right. That's the comments done. We got the laptop on charge, I think. So it is, yeah. Is it? I don't know. I need to get my eyes tested. Oh, I'm fucking terrible, aren't I? But yeah, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go on till 6 o'clock. So we've got another half hour. That gives me time to go and get some food as well. And then I'll probably just have a couple more beers anyway. So make the most of this shit show for the next 28 minutes. Right.